Hello and good morning, LinkedIn Connections. Cian here from McCarty Analytics. We're back with another video in our series on data-driven decision making. In the previous videos, we've went through all of the different steps to create the visuals that you can see here on screen, starting with our KPI cards across the top, moving on to our bar charts, and then our trend analysis that we did in the last video. Today, we're going to look at a gauge chart. So this is a very handy one for setting targets and seeing if you're on track or if you're close to your target. We're going to click our gauge visual in the visualization pane here. We're going to make it a small bit larger so that we can see it very clearly. Here we're going to set our sales amount as the value that we want. In this case, we need a target value. So to set a target value, we're going to do our first DAX measure. So here in the data column, you can click through and you can select new measure, and this is going to be writing a data analysis expression. Power BI is going to load, and then it's going to give us the option to write some code here at the top. So don't be afraid of writing your own measures. It's simply the same as using the Excel Power Query editor or writing an Excel formula. So we're going to name this sales target. We can enter in sum here, something that you'll be familiar with if you've used Excel before. You can sum your values. Here it's going to suggest to us that we use our data set. If you have multiple data sets, it's going to suggest them as you type the name. We're going to put in sample. It's going to prompt us to use the sample sales performance data set. And here we can select what value we want to use. We've worked with sales amount throughout this series and we're going to stick with it. Here we've got a sum of sales amount and we're actually going to multiply it. So we're going to use an asterisk here and then we're going to multiply it by 1.1. So we want our sales target to increase by 10%. That's our target, to increase by 10%. This is going to create a measure for us. A measure can be visualized anywhere here. We can click on our sum of sales amount gauge chart and we can click the sales target. So it's going to set it as the minimum value. What we want to set it as is the target value here. So it's going to summarize our value for us, and we can change this in here. Go to our general, go to our data format, sum of sales amount, our format, and we're going to do a currency value, and it's going to give us a little bit more detail. So we can see that we're on 1.23 million here. It corresponds with our KPI visual at the top, and we can see that we're close to hitting our target of 1.35 million. Again, we can hover over here and it's going to give us the sum of the sales amount or the sales target. Just to clean up our visual slightly, we're going to put in our sales amount and target, and we're going to put that in the middle of our visual as well. Okay, so now that we've got our first view built in Power BI, we can clearly see all of the different metrics that we need to see. Again, in the previous video, we went over data labels. On the trend axis, we can hover over and see anything by our salesperson, sales by region, see the sales amount and the target. And this is a great start for building your first Power BI view. If you followed along and gotten to this point, congratulations. Please tune into our next video where we're going to be going into more detail. We're going to be filtering our data in different ways, and then we're going to progress on to building our different views as well. Thank you very much once again for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.